Hello. Welcome back to another Marvel Snap video. In this video, we're going to be looking at the OTA, with 3 changes, kind of a small one this week. Before we get into the change, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe on the video. And come follow me on Twitter, where I post all the decks that I post in my videos, and my decks and everything, and all changes and updates to the game I post. You'll find the Twitter handle in the description. Give me a follow on there. I post everything there, as well as post my YouTube videos. And let's get into it. So this week's kind of a small change. Forge buff. You can tell what they're doing, right? They just brought Lady Deathstrike. Forge is one of the combos that people have been trying with her, but she still needs a little buff. Like, I've seen it that everyone's recommending she becomes a 5/4, which is great because 3 power has a lot of cut off, right? Jeff, the 3 power. So you want that extra power so you can be able to snipe targets like that. So with Forge now, like a lot of 4/5s as well, right? So with Forge before, he's changed from +2 power to +3 power. Should have probably talked about that before. So now you could make Lady Deathstrike a 6 cost, which means you could target a lot of these 4/5s, like the low ends, the rock slides and enchantresses. You can't get unfortunately, you can't get over White Queen and Iron Lad and stuff like that. But for 6 power, you cover so much room with 6 power, which is great. We'll have a look at a deck for him in a second. Okay, so this is the Forge list we're going to be trying out following the OTA. I got Lady Deathstrike this week and was struggling to get a deck working with the Forge buff, making her a 5/6. Gives a lot more targets for her to hit, which should be good. We've also got Dakin in here for another good Forge target. Obviously, Hopebuster. We've got the Zola type play into MODOK. I can't remember who originally posted this type of stuff. It might have been someone like Binks or something like that. I'm going to have to try and find the link to the original deck. But somebody put a version of this where they aim into Zola the Dakin into MODOK so that you have 3 shards to break. And you end up with, 8, 16, 32. 32 power Dakins on the last turn. So we've got Invisible Woman here to hide the MODOK. So we can MODOK on 5. And then move Kern Zola on 6 if we don't have the magic. And then bam, MODOK shows. Dakins get big and scary. We love to see it. And then we'll move on to the next change, which is Shana. She's just become a 3/2 from a 4/4. I've not really played her since she came out. I feel like I've played a couple of decks because, I'm making content, so I've had to try her. She's just never felt good. I'm not sure if a 3/2 will. We'll probably try her in a zoo deck. Probably won't work. There's a lot of Killmonger and stuff like that, but maybe now that her and Dazzler are a little low, you could probably do like a Surfer Zoo deck, maybe. Because the Dazzler's free as well. Ooh, maybe. But I don't really want to try her in Surfer. Like, every time there's a card that goes down to 3 or 4, it's like, ooh, Zabu, Surfer. So, like, everyone's probably going to try her in a Surfer deck. But I'm going to try her in, like, a Zoo deck. We'll have a look at deck right now. So, Shana just became a 3 cost, which means she could also go to Surfer, but everyone puts 3s in Surfer when they get buff. So I just kind of pulled up a Shana deck that I could find, because I don't play the card, and it's just kind of this Kazar Zoo type stuff. So she's got in here. This is a deck I'll try with her. I'm not super confident in it because I'm not really a big fan of the Zoo type stuff. I think I don't think they put enough power out and they're easy to counter. But we'll give it a go following the OTA. It's Crystal. She's got another buff. She's now a 3/3 instead of a 4/4. Again, people are going to say Surfer. I'm not sure. I feel like maybe she makes negative and hella type stuff where you really need the cards drawn because you get out on a turn earlier, right? Which is fantastic. So like negative, ideally you want negative on free, right? You want to ramp into it. But if you don't have negative, you don't really have another card you really want to play on free. I mean, if you had Zaba, you could play Crystal on there. But it also felt bad to draw it later on because it's still 4 energy, right? Now it's at least it's 3 energy if you draw it after it, so it's not that bad. If you don't get any ramp, you can draw anyways. So it might fit in there. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. Like, they say that they've got to be careful with draw because it is only 12 card deck, right? So you've kind of got to pick and choose how you add draw cards in here. But we'll give it a go in a hella deck. We'll have a look at that deck right now. With the Crystal coming a free cost, I feel like she might see a little bit more play in decks that you want to get out early. Because 4's a little slow. She could go in Surfer again. Like Dazzle, Shanna, should I say. But I don't know if it's the spot for her. I feel like she gets a little better in like hella decks and negative. Because ideally you want to be playing like negative, especially. You want to be playing negative on free, right? But if you don't draw it, having Crystal to draw it so you can play it on 4 could be good. If you draw Crystal after that, playing her to draw negative cards, it's all fine. Hella, you also want to get through cards quick, right? So another way to draw cards, fine. Hopefully it works. I'll have to give it a go and see. And then that's it for today's OTA. I'll see you on my next video, which should be tomorrow, with hopefully one of these deck with one of these buffs, if not 2 of these buffs. Anyways, thanks for watching. Peace.